Okay, it's time to do this champion chase event for the Fusion.
Shoot him, Kevin!
Hello everybody, I'm Roadblock. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. We are going to be focusing today on the champion chase tournament as part of obviously the Fusion going on right now. So 3,500 points. I've already got 479 points. This is all from mystery shards. I've been doing a lot of mystery shards as part of the champion training event that's going on. So for points tonight, if we look at the schedule here, I've got 12 total rares so far. We still have the Gear Hunters, the champion chase we're about to do, the Spider tournament, and then the final gear enhancement, which doesn't start until tomorrow. That's very important to note because we can still complete those. And why does it matter if we can complete those? It matters because we could get ourselves a legendary book. So I'm going to try and be as conservative as I can on the free-to-play and try not to pull that many shards if possible. It is a good time to pull. We do have a 10x and we do have a 2x chance, and we have a 10x for Lady Noelle, who is incredibly good and would be very good on my account. Obviously, I would be happy to pull her. If we check my RSL helper, Void Shards, very, very low on Mercy. We went for it recently with Void Shards and didn't get anything too impressive. So I would love Lady Noelle, but I'm not going to invest all 48 of my Void Shards. I will pull some, but I'm so far from Mercy, I'm really just kind of gambling and not really calculating my approach. So my goal is to try and generate as many points as I can for this tournament without necessarily pulling shards, and use those as kind of not a last resort, but as a back, an extra ability. I'm like torn because I do also want to pull shards, right? So why is this all relevant? Why am I mentioning all this? Well, because I do have a few different ways to get points today. First and foremost, we're going to summon Hilvi. That's going to be a big chunk of points. I could also summon Urost, but because I kind of want to pull shards, we may save this for another time where it may be more impactful, because Urost just really isn't going to do anything for my account. Hilvi really does. Hilvi gets me a lot of points. And then we also want to make sure that we're doing Fusion to get these epics here as well, right? So we're gonna fuse those epics. That'll get me some points and try to reduce the number of shards that I pull. If I pull all my Void Shards, or if I pull a certain number and I'm like, okay, I really don't want to pull anymore, then we may look at other options like Urost or other things of that nature. So first things first, we are going to kick this off with summoning Hilvi. Listen up, I just got a new promo link that you can use to follow along with me on my latest free-to-play adventure and get a free Elenaril, as well as 3 more powerful epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get Elenaril right after signing up, as well as Fayne, Uugo, and Tagoar as you progress through Raid. Click on my link right now and let's crush this together. That's a big boost. You guys are going to see this could be 500 points popping up right there. Boom, right? So huge chunk towards the progression there. And now let's go ahead and do the fusion for these guys. So I've already been leveling up the rares. All right, so there's one, and that should be 250 points. Yeah, so that's 250 points. Another 250 points here, and there's the last 250 points. Now, obviously, fusing the champion themselves is also a bunch of points, and that's why I said, hey, if we go so far as to get the rare, then we can probably fuse the legendary, because we have to fuse it. We can't hold on to it like a fragment, and we should be able to get close to, if not to, those 4,500 points for that legendary book, which will have a lot of value on the account. I have no intention of going up to the 10,000 point range, albeit this is a huge reward that would be beneficial to me, but it's not something that I'm going to chase. So we've got those champions now. We saw our total just a second ago, but I didn't look at it. So we are at 1,729. So we are going to pull some Void Shards. But like I said, I don't want to pull Urost. I'd rather save him for like an opportunity to go really, really hard I will say, you know what we can do, since, you know, he's more of like a really big points thing. I don't even, you know what, I even think it's worth it to save them, Lady Irish and Dark Kale as well. I really think it's worth it to not pull them either. So let's just jump into the Void Shards now. I could really use some good luck here, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, we'd like to see a lot more epics than this. Going all rares to start, that is very painful and unfortunate. You know what? We may have to end up pulling Euros at this rate, especially, there we go. There's an epic. We could really, really use that because the epics just generate a lot of points. There's another Tuok. Okay. All right. So you can see a lot more points that time. We're just going to take a quick check. That was 20 Void Shards, and we're very, very close. So I think what I'll do is let's pull 8 Void Shards and try to leave myself with 20 Void Shards. So we're really hoping to get just a couple epics here. Maybe even one epic from these 8 would be really good. But we're having pretty bad rates right now with our epics, which is a little disappointing. Obviously, a legendary would be just massive if we could hit that. But this allows me to save a lot for a future champion chase that may be very beneficial. And an example of that was like when this account was able to get Odin in years past. That was by having a stockpile of things to fuse for that particular event. So we want to make sure we're capitalizing on that. There's another epic, a good epic too. Yeah, you can see the reviews on Slixus are pretty good. If you're looking for a damage dealer in Lizardman, he is gonna serve you pretty well. And that should be all the points that we need. No legendaries, unfortunately, right? We really would have liked to see some legendaries, but that should get us all the points we need to get the rare. Now, I could keep going, but beyond the legendary book, I don't care about the 5-star chicken. I care about the mythical book, but the reality is that the mythical champions on my account, I mean, they're booked where I need them to be booked. So I don't gain a whole lot of value from the mythical book. Now, I will potentially be getting some mythical champions in the near future, but I don't know. It's just not something that's on my priority list. So I don't know that I want to invest that many resources when they could prove to be more beneficial to me later. I will admit it's very tempting to pull these Void Shards, but I just think it's better for me to try and save them and go for other potential events in the future. Maybe other champion chases, maybe pulling during future 2Xs, right? So I'm trying to be more conservative with my shards here, because while like throwing all my shards into 2Xs worked really well in the past, I'm at the point now where I need very specific champions to continue my progress. You know, another void damage dealer isn't going to help me. I need supports. And while we do have a 10x for a support, there's no guarantees here. The Mercy isn't in play. So I just don't think it's worth the extra 20 Void Shards that could be more valuable to me in the future on this account. That's just how I've decided to play the free-to-play now. Maybe it bites me, but for right now, I just think it's the right play. We're not done. The video is going to continue. We're going to go over to the main account. Okay, guys, so a little bit of a plot twist here. I don't quite know how my editor's going to edit this, but the reality is that I was on my way over to my main account to pull more shards, and I realized that I won't need to pull shards on that account. I got the epic once, and then I got a few extra of the Void champion as well. So I actually don't need as many. I can skip the champion chase and save my resource, because the only reason I would really want to pull right now is to get Lady Noelle on that account, but I don't have Sir Nick. And that's when it kind of hit me that I have Sir Nick on this account. Getting Lady Noelle would be even better for me because of that. So I gave it some thought. And while I still stand by the decision, that my original decision that I should save some shards, I'm coming at it now from a content perspective. There just wasn't enough in that first half of a video to really like make a good video. So I am going to, on the free to play, pull my remaining Void Shards. Look, at the end of the day, it's never a mistake to pull shards during a 2x. And at the very least, I'm building up Mercy for other future events. So who knows? Let's just go ahead and pull these voids and maybe we can get some Christmas luck going. I will say that getting a rare tax right away would have been incredibly painful, and I'm glad that we managed to dodge that at least a little bit with the epic behind my head. So I probably should have stuck with my gut, because we're seeing it in action here. Oh man. Yeah, not a great decision, of course. I did want to check. Did we pull? Oh, we got another one. Oh, no, that's the rare we got from the tournament. So, yeah. Probably should have held off, but all that talk I made about the mythical book, and now look how close I am to it. So, we'll probably be able to get that. So we still have one more epic to fuse, and then we have the legendary to fuse. So that's going to be some points. And I don't know, maybe we do go for the big prize and go for 10,000 here. I mean, we've already gone pretty heavy into the points at this point. So, maybe we're able to do that, especially with a Euros pull. So we will see. Either way, that is going to be the video, because I don't need to pull shards on the main account. So ultimately, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. It is the best way to support my channel, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Take care.